Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is that time. It is 9 o'clock. Wednesday hump night. And your man, Jelani JB Bodie, is in the building again, and we're going to get it on tonight. People are fighting. People threatening to sue people. And there's some folks overseas that might be in a little bit of trouble. But we'll get in all that later on in the show. But right now, let's get into this intro. Let's go.
I'm solo. I like the finer things, I like to party. Bring out the liquor in, get up a Bacardi. I'm in a different place, it's getting blurry. I'm spending money like it's nothing, pull up in foreign stunt.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You gotta know it's nothing.
the Wait a Minute show is on its way.
Eyes on me. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick, I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight, party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. He liked the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick, I wonder if you wanna party. Oh yeah. I'm about to get it poppin'. All these niggas out here thottin', and we just tryna have fun. Watch me shake that ass, boy, you better throw them one. All these niggas wanna love me.
Shouts out to DJ Nunu and Queen who in the building in the chat room. Let's go.
Bacardi got me really in here losing my brain. Catch me chillin' with my blood. Catch him slipping, pick on my. See, we came in a club to have fun. Go drippin' on my wrist, I swear we never slowing up. Pull it up. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick, I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight, party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the stick, I wonder if you wanna party. Oh yeah. Come take this ride with me. Staying now. Oh no. I'll give you what you want. Whatever you want. I'm solo cupping it. Ooh, yeah. I'm doing what I want. Hell yeah. I knew it from the start. You like the way I act, so I try to play the part. I'm tipsy off the slick, I wonder if you wanna party. Tryna get it started tonight. Party tonight. Tonight, party tonight. Oh yeah. I knew it from the start. He liked the way I
Mocha Bella is in the building. Miami, stand up.
if you wanna party. Oh yeah.
It's the Wait a Minute show.
This is a podcast.
Is this thing on? The mic is lit. Faro Jaro.
Kick my music.
Bruh. You done lost your mind. Ain't that right, Lil Pan? Really? Wait a minute. Just a question. The Wait a Minute show with your host, Jelani Bodie. Cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is that time. It is Wednesday night, hump night. I'm putting a little accent on the night. But it is going down. It is this thing called the Wait a Minute Show. It is your man, Jelani JB Bodie. And of course, my man, Lopan, who's in the building with me as always. Yes, Lopan is in the building with me always, and we are pumped up. We are ready to go. As you heard in the intro, I'm sending shouts out to people that's jumping in the chat room, and people will continue to jump in this thing as we keep going. Just like Raider Kev just got in here as well, so shouts out to Raider Kev that's jumping into the Wait a Minute Show chat room. So I appreciate you, sir, for dropping in and spending some time with your boy tonight. And we are in the ATL, ladies and gentlemen. So, just a little quick, it was raining today. So, it was a little downer, if you will, on and off and all that stuff. So, I'm like, for the folks that's in Atlanta that's going to be listening to this, or if you're anywhere else listening to this show and you had a little bit of a down day, or a little bit of troubling day, don't worry about it. I got you. I got you tonight. I promise. We're going to end this day or this night or this afternoon, wherever you're at in the world right now, listen to this show. We're going to end it on a good note, and we're going to end it on a positive note, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. A lot. So shouts out to DJ Knox, who's in the building as well. Y'all have to excuse me. I'm just excited tonight. I'm a little bit over the top, but hey, it is what it is. Shouts out to my man Ron, who just jumped in the chat room as well. So, as I was talking at the beginning of the show, we got a lot of stuff that's going on with fights, people suing people overseas that might be getting hemmed up a little, if you get hemmed up, don't mention my name, like my man, excuse me, Jeezy says. So, before we get into all that and, all this other juicy stuff that's been going on, with the world of sports that we deal in, I want to touch base on something that's a little, it is serious and it's something to talk about. I won't spend too much time. But for those people who don't know or don't follow, the NFL like that, Josh Gordon is back again and again. So he is trying to make another attempt on making it back into the NFL, being a productive player, but more importantly, being a productive person, and I thought about this. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about Josh Gordon. It's the same thing, but I feel that there is a need to bring this brother up. And here at the Wait a Minute Show, where we always focus on the positive, and try and stay away from the negative as much as possible. We got to mention this brother in a positive light because he's trying to overcome an addiction. Now, here's the thing. This is why I'm bringing it up, because a lot of people say, well, how could you throw away all this money? They're going to say millions. I don't know how much Josh Gordon was making. You're going to throw away this opportunity and everything. And yeah, he is. He has been throwing away an opportunity, but it's not for the reason where he thinks he's better than everybody. He has a problem, or he had a problem. Hopefully, it's done, and he had a problem, but he has a problem. And there's one thing he can't control. This thing, drugs, alcohol. Whatever it is, something happened in his past, on it. So, again, we are wishing Josh Gordon a lot of success. We're hoping, I'm not even worried about the football part. I'm just talking about if he can stay healthy, if he can stay right, if he can stay the course, he wins. Even if he doesn't catch another NFL pass. Because the one thing about it, the NFL is just a stop. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. The NFL is just a stop in your life. You get to play if you're lucky 4 or 5 years. And if you're really lucky and privileged, then you play 10, 12, 13 years. But again, you're in your 30s, at that point. you got your whole life ahead of you. So it is a stop. So it is who you are after that, that really decides what you're about. And I just hope he gets it together. He has it together and he can actually function in the world, in the NFL, have some success. The Browns obviously need, some help, anywhere they can get it. But it is, it's a addiction. It's a problem. It's a disease. It's an issue for this man, and I see Mocha Bella in the chat room. She said Josh Gordon chose drugs over football. And I won't necessarily say he chose drugs over football. I just think, again, it's an addiction. He couldn't control it, or he didn't know how to control it. And hopefully he knows how to control it. Sluggo said the same thing here in the chat room. Shouts out to Sluggo for jumping into the Wait a Minute Show chat room. Can't control that addiction without help. Hope he finds the support he needs. So yeah, we are all hoping that he finds the support he needs. And shouts out to my man Cedric Galloway, who is in the building in this thing as well. So you may hear me sending these shout outs through the night, but I'm definitely going to send some love at the end. But Josh Gordon, man, we are hoping he gets it together. Now, on the football side, let me just go ahead and go to that real quick. Hey, anything is helpful right now for the Browns. If they brought back Vinny Testaverde, I think people would be like, suit him up. What's the worst that could happen? So, hey, put this guy in the game. Let's see what he can do, and then make sure he has the help that he needs, and maybe we'll be talking about this as a success story or a turnaround story, and he can help someone else out, in their life. So again, Josh Gordon, man, we are hoping that everything works out, for this brother. So, moving on from good things to a little bit of bad things, but it comes with the territory, in the NFL. These fights. Now, yeah, I didn't get a chance to chime in on them until today, or tonight, rather. But these NFL fights that went down, I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And the first one, the first one I'm going to go to, and now, I really thought about putting someone on the Big L Award, tonight, but I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give him the Big L Award, but I will have a discussion about it. Now, Mike Evans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers was playing the New Orleans Saints, and Marcus Lattimore, DB for the Saints, he's in there. The play goes, out of bounds or whatever. Guys talk all the time, on the sideline. They go back and forth against each other and all that stuff. So that's nothing new. But Jameis Winston decides that he wants to talk, but he wants to take it a little bit further. Marcus walks away. He's going back to the huddle. Jameis said, nah. And maybe this is because everything wasn't going right for him and they were getting, handled at that point, or he knew they were on their way to getting handled, whatever. Jameis puts his hands on Marcus Lattimore. And when I say put his hand, he taps him, he, pokes him in the back of his helmet. Marcus Lattimore turns around and like, I know you just didn't put your hands on me, bro. And that's one thing that people in the world will tell you. Don't put your hands on me. We can talk. You can say what you want to say. You can everything. Even if you want to say something maybe a little disrespectful, whatever, I say something disrespectful back, whatever it is. But do not put your hands on me. And Jameis put his hands on this man, a grown man, and Marcus Lattimore. Now, and I got to give Marcus Lattimore credit because he could have just pushed him over. He could have, grabbed him and yanked him up, snatched him up and everything. But he knew it was the quarterback. He knew it was the quarterback and he knew what would follow. So it's nothing good from doing that. So the only thing he did, he gave Jameis a shrug, a shove. And that in itself ignited the train called Mike Evans. And you just see Mike Evans just come out of nowhere and bow, just clean up on Marcus Lattimore. So of course this starts to fight.